Part 3. These records are from the fair or from dealers at the fair or just collectors at the fair that I was able to check out before. So first one is actually someone part of the vinyl community who I've connected with locally, ran into him in a shop, and now we've connected, and he actually reached out to me saying he had bought a jazz collection that he was going to be selling at the fair, and I got to go over to his place, check it out, and I grabbed a bunch of stuff, so I'll share that with you. There's a few that are missing that I think, but a few of them were doubles that I'm going to give as Christmas gifts. So I don't think most of those ones aren't in here, but yeah. So Prince Lasha and Sonny Simmons, Firebirds. This is I believe a second pressing, but dope record that I didn't have. So yeah, that's on Contemporary. I'm just gonna do this really quickly, guys, because my voice is my third video in a row and I'm losing my voice. Archie Shepp and Horace Parlan, Going Home. Really nice, like gentle, soft duo record of sax and piano. I think there's 3 of these kind of in this series. I have another one on Steeplechase. But yeah, really nice mode there for Archie Shepp. Steve Grossman, Terra Firma. I actually picked up the other, a double of the other Steve Grossman as well from him. I didn't have this one. I can't say I love this. It's a bit too fusiony and heavy for me. It's just too busy. But I'll spin it a few more times and see, but I've tried it a couple times and there's some nice stuff, but just listening to the whole thing through gets a bit much for me. Completely different vein here, just like straight ahead, nice jazz, Cedar Walton quartet, first set, with Bob Berg, Sam Jones, and Billy Higgins. This is a live from Denmark, also on Steeplechase. This was a double, a little bit of an upgrade, still not great, but a bit better than the other copy I had. This is Eric Kloss with Marvin Hannibal Peterson, Mickey Tucker, Buster Williams, and Sonny Morgan. Really nice, cheap record on Muse that's right in the pocket for me, so check that out. Didn't have this Pharoah Sanders record, Live at the East. Yeah, obviously this is one that I forgot to add to the Cecil McBee video I made because it was in a different stack and not on the shelves. But just killer lineup. Stanley Clarke and Cecil McBee on bass. Joseph Bonner plays on here, who I just showed a record of. Norman Connors, Harold Vick, Lawrence Killian, William Hart, who I guess is Billy Hart, Marvin Peterson, and Carlos Garnett. Unbelievable lineup. Another one of these Blue Note Classic series. I have a couple of these. Lee Morgan, The Procrastinator. Great stuff on here. Unreleased stuff with just killer lineup. If you don't know that, check it out. So the video I had shared where I went to another dealer's house to pick up, to check out the collection before the fair. I grabbed actually a couple more records from him at the fair. These are in the free, definitely free, and not really what I've been into listening to recently. So, but I'm sure I'll connect with these at another time. This is New York Art Quartet. I was just listening to this morning actually. Not too dense of a free jazz, so still accessible. But I haven't been gravitating to putting free jazz onto the table recently. Just trying to like balance, gotta balance. I've been dealing with stress at work, so when I come home, not usually what I've been wanting to listen to. But this is on ESP, a label I love to find nice ESP titles in good shape, and this is just a really nice piece to have. Roswell Red, John Chachai, Milford Graves, Leroy Jones, and Louis Worrell on bass, who I don't know. And then in a similar vein, also with John Chachai, is this Rufus record on Fontana. So my first one from this series, with the artwork by I can't remember the artist's name, but yeah, Archie Shepp, Don Moore, and J.C. Moses on drums. So was happy to kind of get my first one in this series. There's some that I really want, like the Ted Curson, Tears for Dolphy. So those were like my pre-convention buys, cheating a little bit, thanks guys. And then the few records that I actually found just kind of as I was digging through, which is not much. So this is the big find. I'm really happy to find this. Eddie's Back in Town, the new Frank Wright Quartet. This is right in the sweet spot for me, not free at all, just kind of in a nice mode. This is in the nice modal mode. I want to say it's early 80s. I don't remember the exact year, but yeah, on Krona Records. This might be the actual only release on Krona Records. But yeah, another one that I had seen posted and talked about in the vinyl community that I did not expect to find locally. Another free jazz record that has not been on my table yet, or no, I probably listened to this when I got it. But yeah, Love Rejoice by Kenneth Torade on BYG. It's been a while since I find a BYG. I also am not after them as much, realizing that not all the music is really in my style, but I'm a sucker for, you know, the packaging. But this is one that I was after. And then I kind of actually, someone had mentioned this record to me just before the fair, and then I found it there. So Walt Dickerson and Richard Davis. I'd pick up another duo record of theirs. This one's from 1977 on Steeplechase as well. And cheap record, but really nice. Kind of more what I've been listening to, calmer stuff. And lastly, James Brown plays and directs the James Brown Band. Show is Funky Down Here. This is a very unique James Brown record. Totally different, like psychedelic funk, really cool instrumental. And this was reissued recently by Now Again. And I was really happy to find an original Canadian pressing of this that's in pretty good shape. So yeah, if you don't know it, definitely recommend you check it out. Fun record. So that's it. Video number 3, I'm all caught up. That should be it for the year. And well, unless I get some Boxing Day finds, but we'll see if I make it out on Boxing Day and if there's any sales. But yeah, hope everyone enjoys the holidays. Seems like everyone around me is sick, so I've just been like fighting off, trying to not get sick, but feeling a bit worn out. Yeah, and enjoy the holidays, and Happy New Year to everyone. Peace.